Sorry, it took me a while to get ready. Here we are. Oh, wrong screen. Here we are. And welcome back, everybody, for Ys Origin. It's been a while. Welcome to the stream, J2O. It's okay. We've had a lot of fun with like Fire Emblem and stuff. It was pretty good. I have been streaming a lot. Thing is, tomorrow, and we'll be heading into the next chapter for Dragon Quest Builders. I can't recommend Dragon Quest Builders enough, honestly. Such a good game. Such a great game series, I have to say. It's probably one of my favorite building games, and it is very story based, and the story is actually good, which is relatively new for a Minecraft-like building game with blocks, obviously. And that's my favorite part about it. It's very, very story oriented, and building up is like part of the story, and it's really cool. You can build your base and build homes for characters, you know, and it's a really great time. So I would also recommend it. But yeah, if you don't have time, that's okay. I have also very little time. Usually, I try to time my streams whenever my wife is away. You know, when she's at work and She's like working on Saturdays and Sundays recently with her new job. And I don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, so I have time to stream on those days, especially. But yeah. Let's go over to Ys Origin. Did I? Okay. I'll go to Node. Ys Origin has been great so far. I've enjoyed the story portion really good. Yeah, she's enjoying the new job a lot more than the old one. She was kind of like not feeling the old job really anymore, and her new job is like really good. Also, it gives her a sense of freedom, you know, like working on Saturdays and Sundays is like bad for most people, but obviously you have days off during the week, which is like better, straight up better for us, you know. I think it works out well, and her new job also she likes a lot. She's actually working with children. In her new job she's working with heavily autistic children, so children that are actually mentally disabled because they have severe autism, you know, and they need like 24/7 obviously people who are there to help them. But yeah, but she's been enjoying it a lot, which I really like, because it puts a lot of stress off of my shoulders, because I had to like help her out with her old job and stuff. So yeah, it's been looking up recently. All right, Ys Origin. I have to say, I've been enjoying the game a lot. I like Hugo a lot. He's a very interesting character to me, you know. I'm just going to switch over. Can we get that going? I like Hugo a lot. He's very interesting as a character. He's very reserved, but also very, in certain ways, very dumb, but also very observant. But then again, he doesn't see things right in front of him. It's very interesting to me. I have been thinking about it quite a lot, and I think we should just continue. I've been having tons of fun. Also, this inventory seems like there's so much more to get. Still. Not in terms of equipment, but in terms of inventory. But yeah, we've been at the next... Did I just say blood level low? Why would I put it on gore mode? Hold attack to use skills. I don't even know what that does. I'm putting it on high and see what it even changes. But yeah, we've been going to the next area, and sadly I had to break it off there. So we're going to continue. Let me get right back to it, because I haven't been able to. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I've been enjoying the story quite a bit too. Hugo and his brother. Also, Hugo drifting more into madness as he ascends the tower too is like crazy to me. I've been enjoying those aspects a lot. And yeah, I've been so happy to play so many games recently. I think we got a pretty good selection, especially now that we started Fire Emblem. Having strategy RPGs here is interesting. We have a very good selection of like platformers, Metroidvanias, strategy RPGs, action RPGs, like all the good stuff, you know. Clerio Orb. Why didn't I get this last time? What is wrong with me? All right. Wait a second. I mean, this ore means I can upgrade my wand, right? Alright. Oh. That'll leave behind a little trail of blood, I guess. I don't even know if it fits the game, really. I'm going to put it off again. It doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't really fit the game very well. The game's aesthetic. And it's like just a pool of blood, and when you hit them, they just leave a trail of blood behind. I don't know. Not my style, I think. I was totally fine with how it worked before. I actually don't remember where the path was that we were on last time. I think it was over here, right? That's a fact. God damn it. I was trying to look up better puns with the word fact, but that's all I could come up with for a title. It's actually an interesting name. And I hope the games stay in this vein that they're in right now. You know? This action RPG. This style of gameplay. Obviously, it's going to evolve over time. But yeah. I like it a lot. I like that they are not as dialogue heavy as, obviously, Trails. Trails is very dialogue heavy. To a fault, even. But yeah, it's going to be a significant amount of time until we start the next Trails game. Probably next month. I'll probably have to wait until next month for it. You know. That's just a fact. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best. Juggling all of the games we're currently playing. I'm thinking about not even doing a Monster Hunter Stories. Ditching the Monster Hunter Stories streams because we haven't streamed the game for 2 months almost. I don't know if I'm just not a huge fan of the series. Or if I would like it if I played it outside of stream. But it's been weird to me that I didn't like Monster Hunter Stories as much. I think it's because it's... The thing what bothers me about Monster Hunter Stories is that it feels a lot like Pokemon, but it's somehow less interesting than Pokemon. You know what I mean? At least for of the original Monster Hunter Stories, and like the first 3 hours. I think it was 3 hours for Monster Hunter Stories 2 that I played. Like Monster Hunter Stories 1 feels like they didn't really have a story to tell. And that's coming from someone who plays Pokemon games and loves them, you know. It's kind of weird in that sense, I guess. I think I should just break it off, Monster Hunter Stories 1. Because I don't like having a playthrough lying around for so long without any updates. And I think I should just cancel it at this point. To not give people any hope that the playthrough will come back, you know. And if I ever want to play it again, I just have to reboot it. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad that I kind of fell out of love with the Monster Hunter universe quite a bit. But this is entirely Capcom's fault. You know? The way Monster Hunter Wilds has been handled has been so abysmal, I kind of don't want to play Monster Hunter anymore. And Monster Hunter Wilds is such a grindy game that every time I return to it, I just want to stop playing. And it absolutely shows, for me at least. You know, it's a series that I love so much and has been squandered so heavily with just one iteration of the game. But I think that's just the main team of Monster Hunter, you know? I think the same thing happened for me with Monster Hunter World when it came out. Like, literally, the main team of Monster Hunter didn't understand what I like in a Monster Hunter game so much that I basically dropped the game and I didn't even play Iceborne at the time when it came out. You know? Zelzatan Panacea. Oh yeah, that's the one that gives me more HP, right? What is that over there? Yeah, I've seen that news. Apparently, at least I've seen today an article from Digital Foundry that kind of confirms it, but also kind of debunks it. Apparently, it's only... apparently, the performance dips only when you get close to the quest counter or to the counter that gives you the DLC items. You know, like there's a certain NPC in every village that gives you NPC items, and that is usually where the frame drops because it has to check if you have all of the DLCs. But it's still impacting performance somewhat in the field. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that it even impacts performance at all. Why would you implement it like this? You know? Like, why do you have to implement it like this when literally you could just go whenever you talk to the NPC and then do the DLC check? You know? Whenever you talk to the NPC, then have a check which DLC do you have, you know? Why do you have to check it all the time when you just get close to that NPC? I don't get it. And yeah, it's been so many broken promises, you know? Like, even they promised us in December they were going to bring out a patch in December that was supposed to fix the performance. And even in that patch, people still reported their performance is abysmal. Like, people fought the new title update, Gogmasios, and had severe performance issues to a point where it impacted their enjoyment of the game. And of the fight. I don't get how you can be so blind to all of this, you know? And to me, it's 100% the main team. The main team that has currently done a push for consoles to put it on PS and whatever. They have been on a trip of... Oh yeah, we need one more torch to get this treasure chest. They have been on a mission to add more ecology into Monster Hunter. Like, the monsters need to feel more alive than ever and whatever. They need to have like more and more space. The worlds need to be more open and whatnot, you know. Whereas the portable team that has previously done Monster Hunter Rise didn't give a shit about like how well the world meshed together and just made a game that fighting the monsters was enjoyable in, you know. That's why, to this day, I would rather get like 10 more Monster Hunter Rises than a single Monster Hunter Wilds. And I'm hoping so much that they will do something special for the DLC to bring me back, because I swear the grindiness of the game is off the charts. Like, that's not what even people see. People always see, like, performance issues as the main driving force of why the game is doing bad. For me, it's actually how much you have to grind to get anywhere that makes the game bad. Like, the Lagiacros update was great, except I can't get the whole armor for Lagiacros because I need a sapphire for each piece of the armor piece, which, if you want both male and female armor, because you need to get both in order to mix and match them, you need 10 armor pieces. That means 10 sapphires, and with a drop rate of 10% of one... I don't think it's even 10%, it's like 3% or whatever, on any hunt, and you need 10 of them. You have to grind at least 30 to 40, 50 of them. And that's where I completely was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's where it completely turned me off, because literally they didn't need to do this, absolutely. But they did it because they knew they didn't have enough content. They didn't have enough content ready. They completely fired down their whole teams, and the updates didn't have enough manpower to produce enough content. You know? That's why they did it. To keep you grinding longer, so they don't have to produce enough content. Relighting the torches was all it took, it seems. Now let's see what lies within. Which you can already see, because we only got 2 monsters in each update, right? Like, each update only got 2 monsters. Whereas in Rise, we generally got 3. And Sunbreak 2, we got 3 new monsters. And they just did a slightly updated fight of the Guardian monsters. Wild Construct Medallion. Not the Guardian monsters, the apexes of each region. So they updated the fight slightly with a few more attacks, and then they pushed that as a new update. And only gave us 2, maximum 1. In Gogmasio's case, it was even just Gogmasio's, you know? So one monster in totality. Until next month. Like, for 2 months, you only get 1 new monster that you have to hunt. Like, it's been abysmal. Like, the title updates have been abysmal for this game. And I've been, like, playing the game every time a title update came out, and I've been putting it down after 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, max. Every time. And it's a sad state of affairs. Accept Divine Blessing. Did we get anything? Strengthen current legends. I definitely... Yes, please give me that. And... let me travel back real quick to the tower base. The only thing I can hope in Monster Hunter is either that they massively improve the game with the new DLC, with the... what is it called these days? With the updates, like Iceborne or Sunbreak. Or that the next team, the mobile team, doesn't make another game that's catching my attention. Tap a weapon. Alright, once weapon tapping coming up, you have some Clerio right here. Cleria, bearer of purest radiance, may your summon and mystic glow become as... Ha! Thank you. Hugo's 1 has been strengthened. Okay, you're all set. You should find out your weapon is significantly more powerful now. Got it. I'll let you know if I find any more Clearia ore. But yeah, as you might realize, Monster Hunter is pissing me off recently. And it's such a bummer because I love the series, you know. I hate it. I hate what it has become. The fact that it was not even considered for Game of the Year is like heartbreaking for me. The place of the inconvenient devil? What? This seems like a boss arena. Oh, okay. Can attack your hands. Oh god. Okay, you require a lot of jumping, huh? Buddy. Okay, don't jump when he does this. Alright. One hand off. Second hand off. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Alright. Alright. I deserve that. Let's see. I think we can do better. It seems this boss is way easier than the previous one, I have to say. Definitely way clearer what you have to do. Unless it has a second phase. You know, I wouldn't put it past them. The lava is actually not as bad because we have the hazardous thing going. Like, environmental hazards do less damage. Like, we have that thing going. So the lava is actually not that bad. There we go. Unless it has a second phase, but I highly doubt it. That was actually relatively easy compared to the first two. Thing is, I probably have to do the same bosses as Yunica too. So it's good to know what they all do, you know? Let's go ahead. Well, that took you long enough. You. Prepare yourself, Toll. I wasn't ready for you last time, but that's all changed. I swear on the fact name that your life will end here and now. So, you met with Commander Tova, did you? I'm part demon now, I can sense energies. But what I'm sensing from you feels unfocused, untrained. As if the power wasn't granted to you willingly, but taken by force. To go so far just to gain a measure of strength. Do you even understand what you've done? You shut the hell up. What makes you think you can preach to me about right and wrong? You're no brother of mine anymore. You're nothing but a traitor. I assure you, brotherly advice was not my intent. I was merely speaking from experience. What? Possessing a power you don't understand is the same as having no power at all. It would serve only to your detriment in battle against me. Stand even less a chance than before. Fuck you too then. Less chance than before. Give me a break. I can take you anytime, Toll, because I'm Hugo Fact, the rightful heir to our family's name. You hear me, Toll? I'm coming for you. Just you wait, your days are numbered. I have a feeling we are not ready. He just walked right past me. And you let him walk right past you, Hugo. I think we are absolutely not ready. Alright, we are about halfway through, I would say, through the tower. Depends. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. So we have 10 more statues to find. So yeah, we are about halfway through, I would say. Probably also going to get more difficult. I honestly need to listen to them individually because they blend into the background quite a bit in the game. And the music. It's quite good from what I can hear, but it blends into the background a lot. Obviously, I'm focused on fighting all of these creatures. Well. Wait, this is slippery? Why do we have ice physics in a sand theme thing? What do we have here? 5,000 SP. I'll take it. I know what I have to do here, but I want to check the other areas too. Seems like the way ahead. Oh well. Evil ring. Is that an inventory item? A ring made by the demons, though its power seems to have been drained. This is making me very uncomfortable that I just get an evil ring. That is in the items that give me my magic power. Like it goes into the row with the items that give me my magic powers. But it doesn't do anything yet because its power has been drained. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. You know? Tiny smidgen uncomfortable. Marble key. Oh, there's more over there. What are you? These huge things that are just rolling around the entire time are pissing me kind of off, I have to say. Oh my god, this is annoying. It's like they're aiming for me, but they're also not aiming for me. Also, they go in... Okay, they go in set patterns, it seems. I just didn't figure out their pattern yet. But it seems like they go in set patterns. These enemies can take a lot more than I gave them credit for. Alright. We're continuing. It's an interesting area already. Thanks. Light and sand, huh? I got a marble key out of it, so I should be able to... Okay, we have quicksand. Oh god, they're dry bones. Dry bone thingies. You know, this game is just stolen from Nintendo. That's obviously a joke. Because I sometimes feel like people can't take jokes anymore. Yeah, it's obviously not stolen from Nintendo, but yeah. These enemies are like dry bones, and some of the design, obviously, is like very reminiscent of Zelda. But that's about it. Dry bones. And the prize for the most annoying enemy goes to these dry bone creatures. Friend over there. But I first need to find a rotor fruit for the friend before we go anywhere. Oh my god, they even followed me up here. I swear to god. We should be able to get the next upgrade at the statue. They actually can't hurt you if you just stand directly in front of them, which is interesting. Yeah. How big is the blast from these bombs? Not that big, huh? Oh my god. They are really going all out with the enemies here, huh? Alright. I wanted to know what's in here real quick before we go on. Should be at 1600 SP relatively quickly. And then we can get the next upgrade for us at the goddess statue. We should probably get before we move on. This tower is very interesting. Has a lot of very unique areas, but I still full-heartedly believe that it's a tower. And that demons have built this. Alright, what do we got? There's the rotor fruits. Now we can give friend the rotor fruit. Alright. Our damage has been getting quite weak, I have to say. I always underestimate how fast these spinners are. That's the thing. Okay, something's up there. Accept Divine Blessing. Increase SP gain. Absolutely, I will increase SP gain. That means also we can get a lot more of these, especially the MP usage, skill recovery, and whatever. All of them quicker, right? I hate these so much. All right. Oh my god, there's so many enemies here. I can't get over there to get the rotor fruit to our friends. These guys can actually hit you with their magic spell if you just stand purely still. So yeah. Okay, first rule in there, don't die again. These bombs are so unpredictable. What do we get? Gold bracelet. A surge of power bursts forth from the artifact. Hugo is now able to double jump. Hugo has no down thrust technique, so there's no enhanced stun effect when he double jumps. Oh, come on. That would be cool. I have to say, double jump, kind of cool. Let me quickly go back to places where we've already been. Because now with the double jump, we should be able to get some things that we didn't get before, right? Like this. I swear these will come in handy at one point, right? Let me save real quick. And I should be able to get the road of roads, right? Your friends, maybe. Hopefully. Yeah. The Roo appears to be hungry. Well, it's another Roo! What are you doing here, little one? I bet you're awfully hungry, trapped on this ledge. Give it a road of fruit. Elder shoes. Well now, thank you very much. I'll make sure I put these to good use. Okay, more defense. Boots worn by Master Wizard helps reduce the effects of quicksand. I'll take that, definitely. And it has more defense to boot. Get it? To boot. I'm a master at these wordplays. We're actually not done with this one. It's actually hard to know. It's actually hard to know sometimes in these games where to go. Let's... Alright. We don't have enough to strengthen our current leggings. Wasn't there... I think there was one ledge we couldn't get to. If I remember correctly. Sorry for the quick detour, but I need to do this real quick. Okay, to this door we can actually not go. Okay, this treasure chest we already got. Okay, I think we got everything here. I want to be as thorough as possible, you know. That part with the ruse seemed like the straight path forward, so we're going back into the bomb room and heading that way. I thought this was the path forward, but it seems like it's not. It's actually good that they let you run through most of this shit. Like this path. Oh, come on. Do they really make me... Oh, God. They make me run all the way back. That means whatever is in the treasure chest is absolutely worth it. At least we can run through most of this. I didn't think we would get a double jump. That actually makes traversal a lot cooler, I have to say. Always in favor of a good double jump, you know. There we go. First try. Got a ruby out of it. Fire willpower increased. Alright, now we can move on. You know, at the current pace we're going, I would say it's going to take us at least 15 episodes to get through all of it. At least 10 to 15 streams in total. Because I feel like, even though like this is the third stream I think we're doing, we're going to have at least 2 more streams just with Hugo. That I would make it 5. And we have 2 other characters to deal with, so... We can blast through it a lot quicker with Yunica, probably, but still. Will still take some time to traverse all this, right? Hugo fact, is it? Lady Rhea? We've been looking everywhere for you. What in the world are you doing here? And why did you bring the Black Pearl? Hush. I think we're surrounded. Huh? What the hell? Watch out, they're about to close in. That should do it. What the? It's alright, I'll take care of them. What did you just do? Holding a magic artifact, but I've never seen its like before. Haha, never mind, the important thing is they're gone. I must say, I'm quite impressed. This is well over halfway up the tower. Couldn't have been easy for you to get here. You've been put through so much on our account, and for that I must sincerely apologize. So, you know why we're here then? More or less. I also know that Fina has been captured, and that Toll has turned against us. Neither of which is news to you, I assume. I understand that you were always rather close to my brother. Do you have even the slightest idea why he would betray us? I don't expect he'd hold much esteem for my father or myself, given his disinheritance. And there's certainly no love lost between us personally. I'm fully prepared to kill him next time we cross paths. But outside of his family, the people of East are his lifelong allies. And he's not the type to turn his back on friends. When he was captured by the enemy, is it possible they did something to him? I'm sorry. I do have a theory, but I don't believe it would be appropriate for me to speak of it here and now. It's a matter of honor, you see. What? I can say this much, however. He has not lost his pride. You may be fully justified in your desire to kill him. I can't say I blame you, really. But he's not your enemy, nor is he your ally. He's walking a path all his own. And it's up to him whether or not it leads where he wants it to. Personally, I believe we should let him follow it. Hugo? That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Forgive my impertinence, Lady Rhea, but you and Lady Fina are keeping far too many secrets. As far as I can see, you two basically just decided to sneak out of your palace and take the Black Pearl for a stroll. I mean, what the hell were you thinking? Without even a word to the 6 priests. And now you're trying to justify the actions of a traitor. He hasn't lost his pride. He's walking his own path. Listen to yourself. What path is he walking? The one that colludes with demons and kidnaps goddesses? He clearly has you wrapped around his little finger pretty tightly for you to come up with a lame-ass excuse like that. And am I just supposed to accept his abuse with good humor? This goddamn demon now? He's a goddamn demon now? How come he gets off so easy? Hugo, I can never apologize enough for all the trouble we've caused you. Not just you personally, but everyone from Solomon Shrine. If I could, I would explain everything to you. I really wish I could tell you exactly what's going on. Exactly why we're here. But right now, there's simply no time for that. Here, take this with you. Silver chimes. This is what you used on those demons. It's a set of chimes that grants eternal slumber to the poor souls from whom such luxury has long been denied. Truth be told, we really would prefer you all go back to Solomon Shrine and leave this matter in our hands. But I know that's a futile request to make. So, at the very least, I bid you much luck and pray for your safe return in the end. Ugh. Still in a daze from his encounter with Lady Rhea, Hugo clumsily withdrew the lilac shell and lazily raised it to his ear. Hugo? Hugo, it's me, Eolia. Are you alright? Hmm? Oh, yes, I'm fine. What did you need? We think we figured out where Lady Fina is being held captive. There's this weird smaller tower connected to this one by an outdoor walkway. It's called Rado's Annex. Rado's Annex? How do you know Lady Fina's being held there? And how do you know its name? Well, apparently the knights heard about it from Toll. He just showed up, told them where to find Lady Fina, then disappeared again. Considering the source, we can't say for sure that this intelligence is accurate, but still, something, right? Understood. I remember seeing this Rado's Annex from the outside. It was a little over halfway up, so I should be near it. I'll try to find a way in. Well, the knights are headed that way too, actually. You see them, please try to cooperate with them, okay? That depends entirely on the situation. If they decide to start trouble, don't expect any favors from me. I'll talk to you later. Hugo, wait! Damn knights, nobody seems to think in here. They just do. I'm sick and tired of all this recklessness and idiocy. But at least now my suspicions are confirmed, I guess. I know for sure that the goddesses are hiding something. Once I set Lady Fina free, I might have to give her an interrogation of my own. Alright, Hugo. Are we going to climb another tower? What do these chimes do? Right? Do they not come back when I equip them? Oh god. What are these small creatures doing? What the fuck? Or can I kill them with it? Oh, I can kill them with it. Okay. That's great. That's really great. Okay, I can finally go through these. Let's find a way to this side tower. Are we just going to climb the side tower now? Or are we going to climb the rest of the tower too? Alright, I'm losing a lot of health here. Ouch. These small creatures that you can barely see are like the bane of my existence right now. You can literally barely see them on the ground. Oh god. I also did not see you. Ouch. Losing a lot of health. We should also be pretty close to the next goddess statue, hopefully. Like, just look at this. They just do so much damage. I found the worst enemy in the game. Let's equip the silver chimes. Okay. Do they stop coming after you if you're looking at them? Alright. Give me my health back, please. Give me a little bit of health back at least. Thank God. Oh my God. Thanks. It's so weird to me because of that weird rhythm that my wife has recently with her job. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a Sunday to me. Feels like I've been working all day. The fact that I need to go to work after a weekend tomorrow is so incredibly weird to me. Throws me off. Alright, let's open this up. The cool thing recently also about the games that I have on my plate, I can play them all on my Switch, which might not seem like a big deal, but for me it absolutely is. That's crazy. Yeah, I've also been pretty busy too. Like, I've been doing a lot of household chores yesterday between streams. But yeah. But yeah, it's really good that all of these games are available on my Switch. Because my Switch... The Switch is an absolute game changer in terms of games, in my opinion. Because, literally, I have a dock right here behind me. And I have a dock in my living room. Like, I have two Nintendo Switch docks. And the good thing is, whenever I just want to play a game, I just take my Switch with me wherever I go. And in terms of streaming, it's super helpful because I don't have to set up anything, literally. My Switch is connected to my Switch dock is connected to my capture card in the background. And whenever I just want to stream, I just pop in my Switch into the dock and it works instantly. And I can capture it instantly. Whenever I want to do the same with my PS, I have to lob my PS around the house, which is not really that great. I have to set it up and all of that. So it's really cool that basically all of the games that we've been currently playing are all on Switch. Where am I supposed to go? That's super convenient. For Trails, for example, I had to get my laptop up and running. My workplace laptop. Oh, we need to go up here. Yeah, that's right. I had to get my laptop up and running. I had to put it out of its docking station on my desk and put it next to me. Connect the controller, connect all the wires and everything. So I had to set it up for quite a bit of time each day. Funnily enough, I would love every game on to be on Switch. Just like literally every game should be on Switch. And it's just a personal thing, but I've been enjoying the Switch 2 quite a bit too. Not just in terms of games, but also in terms of hardware. The hardware feels so much better than the original Switch. Like, just holding the thing feels so much better already. You don't even notice it until you actually get to hold it in your hands for a longer amount of time. 5000 SP. Like, the longer you play games on it, the more you wonder yourself how you could live with the discomfort of the original Switch, literally. I know it's a little bit of money and it costs a lot. But to me, it's just like, I see it as an investment into the future, right? I'll play tons of Nintendo games on it when they come out. And I had to invest $500 like at the beginning. And I will have this console for about the next 8 years. Right? Oh my god. This is the worst. Just going to run through, yeah. That's how I see it. At least. You know. And my favorite game series will come out. I think for some people, it will take a Xenoblade game coming to the console to finally cement that they will be getting one. Monolith releasing Xenoblade on the Switch 2, or even getting like Switch 2 ports of Xenoblade 3 and Xenoblade 2. Would go a long way for the system. But Monolith have been super quiet recently. And last time this happened, they announced Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I'm holding my hopes up for the next Nintendo Direct. You know? Like, you would expect them to at least confirm a work on... Like, their work on... another Xenoblade Switch 2 port or something, you know, like... Ah, this must be it. True, they had like a new IP going on. Yeah, I think that might be what they're working on recently. I definitely think one faction is working on Xenoblade Chronicles 4 within Monolith Soft. Or at least they have the ideas out. I think the one thing that surprises me is that they haven't announced, like, we're working on a patch for Xenoblade 3 and Xenoblade 2. I imagine that must be a very high priority inside Nintendo, right? Raiders Annex, where Lady Fina is allegedly being held. I can sense great malice emanating from within. But there's no way I'm going to wait for those incompetent knights. I can handle this on my own. Can we, Hugo? We've been actually getting our butt kicked quite frequently recently. Haste and skill recovery. So yeah, we have a bunch of blessings we can get here. Obviously. We're going to strengthen our current leggings, obviously. Let's go. Second tower, right? This is just like an arena. Damn, it's a trap. Ah, so nice to see you again. Or, so nice to see you again. You. Don't know my name, do you? I must apologize for not introducing myself before. I was otherwise occupied. I am Zava, the finest sorceress among the Darklings. I serve the great Lord Dallas. Dallas, so that's the name of your leader. Indeed, and a finer leader none shall ever know. Though I must say, this is a most pleasant surprise. I assumed the Devil's Corridor would keep you away for quite some time yet. Hard to blame me, considering the miserable defeat you suffered at the hands of your brother. But you are the heir to the fact name for a reason, I suppose. You savages don't have the right to speak our name. And as far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All he is to me now is a target, marked for death. Oh, is that so? Well, then it seems we have at least one thing in common. I can't stand that man either. He repeatedly kills my summoned creatures and takes their energy as his own. If Lord Dallas would allow it, I'd gladly tear him to shreds and use his entrails as feed for my familiars. I jest, of course. I would never be so cruel as to give my darling such low-grade meat. Aye, but what a sour expression you have. You and your brother seem to share that particular trait. Yours has more personality, though. If I had to pick, I'd say you're the cuter of the two. But then, the little one usually is. Are you done? If you're not going to fight me, then just stand aside. The eyes of fact, such delightful implements of sorcery. Most magic items from East are rather unappealing to me. But something about those cold, lifeless orbs feels comforting. It's almost like they were made for us. What? Haha, this is a much stronger familiar than the ones I entrusted to Epona. Come, show me what those eyes of fact can do. Summon Spellbinder. Oh, holy. What the fuck is going on here? Where is it summoned to? There it is. Ouch. Ouch. This is going to be a gauntlet, isn't it? Like, I'll have to fight at least a few bosses in here. I can't hit it anymore because there's so much shit going on. How was it about this not turning into bullet hell? This is absolutely a bullet hell now. Somewhat. Alright. I think we got close. Oh god. Okay, I haven't seen this before. Oh my god. It's okay, it's okay. I think I'll manage. It gets a little bit ridiculous. Especially with this attack. I think I'll manage. I think I did it. I'm actually pretty intrigued on how Yunica will play. Especially since, like, I have to position myself with Hugo a lot. If Yunica is very different, then that's interesting. Haha, what a spectacular show! Damn you. You're a fascinating specimen, little one. Your power and the way you handle those eyes of yours. It's like you were born to be a darkling. The hell are you trying to pull? Feisty, but I like that. Truly, you and I aren't so different at all. Like kindred spirits. We both lust for power, and we both find solace in the dark, alone and unfettered by the ignorance of others. Don't try to deny it. Perhaps I should introduce you to Lord Dallas sometime, Expect you and he would get along famously. Certainly far better than he and your dear brother. Wait. Is that really how I come across? I'm nothing like them. I can't be. I can't let her get to me. That's what she wants. Lady Fina must be imprisoned upstairs. I just need to keep moving. Keep moving. Alright. We're trapped in here, so we have to keep moving. Hugo. Ah. The Devil's Gaze. This door, the malice it's putting off is so strong it's almost physical presence. This must be what I was feeling outside. It's far more powerful than I thought. If I were to imprison a goddess, this is definitely where I'd do it. Haha. What are you so afraid of, Hugo? This barrier must be child's play compared to father's shield magic. What right have you to succeed his position if you can't even handle something as simple as a door? And how are you ever supposed to defeat your brother, for that matter? Alright, I can do this. A strong enough blast of magic should do the trick. I'll just focus the combined energies of all three artifacts of ease and charge them to the point of breaking. Then unleash. What the? Ugh. Oh fuck. Hugo, such a foolish creature. Surely you can't be so giddy just because your skills were noticed by those around you. Fact has no need for those who beg for treats and wag their tails like pathetic little puppy dogs. If you want to be accepted, you must show strength. And your elder brother must. Well, ugh. Well, look who's awake. Not you again. You sure are a handful, you know that? Did you really think you could use brute force to overpower the Devil's Gaze? I'm pretty reckless, but even I wouldn't get anywhere near that thing if I didn't have to. Wait, were you looking after me? You sound surprised. You owe me a rematch, remember? And I want you to be in tip-toe shape for it. Besides, I'd have to be a real sicko to kill somebody while he's unconscious. Easy now, but after what you've been through, I wouldn't suggest trying any sudden moves. Just take it nice and slow. I don't need your pity. And I'm not unconscious anymore. So let's just get this over with. You're one obnoxious little prick, you know that? I kinda like her. Lucky for you, I'm also not enough of a sicko to attack someone who's too weak to do anything but mouth off. Now if Saba were here, she'd totally slit your throat and laugh while you bleed out. She's a real bad egg that way. Besides, Dallas ordered us to withdraw from Ryder's Annex, so technically I'm not even supposed to be here. Which means I'm sure as hell not going to do anything that would draw attention to myself. Have it your way then. So, why were you looking after me? I don't know. That's the best you can come up with. What does it matter? I just felt like it, that's all. So, so you really are the Clement's brother, huh? Why do you have it in him? Why do you have it in for him so bad? Don't you two get along? Does it look like we get along? As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All I've got is a target, a trait I've set out to exterminate. Yeah, I get that. But he's still your brother. If you gotta kill him, then you've gotta kill him. But you're still bound by blood, you know? And nothing can ever take that away. Sorry, not trying to open up old wounds or anything. We just come from different worlds, I guess. You East people probably all think that way. He's always been completely self-absorbed. A second. The fact line is generally named first among those of the 6 priests. We're the arbiters in all matters of spirit. As the elder brother, Toll was expected to succeed our name, but he elected to become a holy knight instead. Came across as if he were scoffing in the face of his lineage, as if the position were trivial and worthless to him. Simply put, he just didn't care. He wanted to follow his own path, so he did. Protocol and tradition be damned. He didn't even bat an eye when he was disinherited. It honestly didn't seem to bother him at all, really. And that's how the position of successor fell to me, the second son. They call me a magic prodigy now, but back then I was just an ordinary kid. I was constantly being compared to him, as if I were living in his shadow. In its own way, it was nothing short of excruciating. But I did as father asked of me, and tried as hard as I could live up to everyone's lofty expectations. My training was intense and all-consuming. I lost every friend I had, but eventually I was deemed worthy of my title. Finally, I thought, finally everyone will acknowledge my abilities. I'll no longer be regarded as Tall Fact's little brother. But then your goddamn demons attacked, and we all had to ride Solomon's shrine up into the sky to escape. And of course, Toll just had to stay behind with Commander Tova to buy time for the rest of us. Oh, how they praised him for his gallant sacrifice. And then, despite all my hard work, I was just Toll Fact's little brother again. Brother to one of the greatest heroes of Ease. That still seems to be all I'm known for. I fought so hard to crawl out from the shadow, only to be pulled right back in. God damn it. I know I'm basically just lashing out at him. It's totally illogical for me to be as angry as I am, even after what he's done. But that doesn't change the fact that I really truly want him dead. Betrayal just makes that attitude a lot easier to justify. He shamed our family enough just by forfeiting his right of succession so he could become a knight. But there's still honor in knighthood. He took an oath to protect East and the goddess, after all. Then he trampled that oath into the ground. And for me, that's the final straw. He's beyond redemption. You were kind of rambling there, so I'm not sure I really understood all of what you were saying. By the way, a very weak justification for wanting him dead there, Hugo. I mean, yeah, that's the way you feel about him, about his sacrifice and everything. But if being in his shadow, living in his shadow alone justifies wanting him dead, that's kind of a psychotic thing to say, to be honest. That's very, very weak reasoning for wanting someone dead. Like, just let that whole traitor thing out. He said he wanted him dead before that whole traitor thing happened, you know? Like, that is weak. But the long and short of it, you still love him, right? Were you even listening to me? How could you possibly have gotten that from any part of what I just told you? Well, you want what he's got, so you're trying to be just like him, right? Or I guess it's better to say you want to be respected and looked up to by your father and everyone else the way he is. And you're frustrated that you can't seem to measure up. That sound about right? I got a big brother of my own too, so I totally get where you're coming from. You kind of want to be nice to him, but then you also kind of want to wring his neck sometimes. And your parents are always saying things like, why can't you be more like your brother? And it's frustrating as hell. Because you love him, but he's just such a pain in the ass, you know? You don't get it at all. Huh? I said you don't get it at all. You've got one hell of an imagination, you know that? Why would I ever have the slightest inclination to be anything at all like him? It's patently absurd. I don't know, I've been told I'm pretty good at reading people. But hey, if you say I'm off the mark, I won't push the matter any further. I just leave it right where it lies. It's the least I can do to thank you for opening up to me. This is kind of nice, you know? I thought I had you pegged as this uptight, self-important asshole, and I pretty much hated your guts. But now, I don't know, I guess you're really not so bad after all. You're like an extra smug version of me. That's supposed to be a compliment. This whole ordeal has me completely worn out. Didn't you say you were ordered to abandon this place? So I think it might be best for you to follow those orders now. Alright, I can do that. Just so you know though, it's not possible for regular people like you to get through that door, no matter how hard you try. But that goddess lady is definitely in there, and she's safe. Don't worry, okay? I'll catch you later. Pona, was it? May I ask you one last question before you go? Sure, but I can't guarantee I'll be able to answer. Technically, I've already asked this, but I feel compelled to ask again. Simply put, I'm your enemy. Why are you going to all this trouble on my behalf? Sorry, but my answer hasn't changed. I honestly have no idea. I guess I just wanted to give it a shot, you know? Come to think of it, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What the hell is wrong with me? Haha. You're an oddball. Weren't you supposed to be good at reading people? Oh, shut up. You men always latch onto such trivial details. Said my piece, so I'm out of here. Besides, if I'm late getting back, I'll never hear the end of it from Sava. Alright, I'll let you go. But, thank you, Epona. You're welcome, Hugo. But just so you know, next time I see you, I'm going to have your head on a silver platter. So you better keep it nice and clean for me, you hear? Don't worry, I've no intention of holding back myself. It promises to be one hell of a fight. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now then, what to do next? I can't rescue Lady Fina without opening that door. But according to Epona, regular people like us are incapable of getting through it. That basically confirms that it's been enchanted with some sort of powerful curse. And sadly, curses lie firmly outside of my area of expertise. As much as it pains me to seek counsel with the search party, I may need Cadena's advisement on this. I can go up here, but it's probably not going to help, right? Very interesting. Very, very interesting Hugo's story, I have to say. As I said, it seems very weak on its own. I'm not comfortable leaving this place unmanned, knowing Lady Fina is trapped within. I should use the Lila shell to get in touch with the search party from here. Alright. Sure. Hugo spoken to the Lila shell. Aeolia's voice echoed back in response. Ah, Hugo, is that you? I hope you haven't been waiting too long. The knights were ambushed on their way to Radio's annex. It may be a while yet before they get there. I see. Well, I'm already here, but I seem to have run into a bit of a roadblock. Hugo briefly detailed this encounter with the cursed door and asked Ioli if Cadena might be available to help. Sure, I'll contact her right away and ask her to meet you there. Oh boy. You weren't kidding, this thing's one hell of a curse on it. Just looking at it makes me feel tight in the chest. If it helps, that woman said regular people would never get through. Her choice of words there seemed deliberate. Do you have any idea what she might have meant? I think so. I have a theory at any rate. Best as I can tell, it'll only open for a demon, or someone harboring demon-grade malice at any rate. It's honestly kind of ingenious. I mean, what better way to keep out do-gooders than by locking a door with pure hatred? So you pretty much have to be evil if you want to get in. In other words, a door designed solely for people like him. It really is quite a curse, and it's not just the door either. The whole room is affected by it. It's like there's an impossibly strong barrier all around it that no amount of brute force could possibly penetrate. Uh-oh, don't tell me you tried already. Yes, and one could say that it went poorly. So is there nothing at all we can do? Lady Fina is trapped in there, after all. Yeah, we can't just leave her. Is there any way to fool it or something? We could get our hands on one of the enemy's magic items, we might have a shot. What do you mean? Something with an equivalent curse on it. Particularly if it's something variable, assuming it doesn't kill whatever poor sap tries it on. That might just do the trick. Wow, I don't like the sound of that at all. I think you might be assuming too much there. No one would be able to survive a curse that strong. Not under normal circumstances, though. But there are only other options to capture one of the enemies alive, so it still seemed worth mentioning. Yeah, I think that's even less likely. Alright then. I'll head back into the tower and see if I can find any magic items that might serve our purpose. In the meantime, I'd like for the two of you to keep this area secure. The knight should be arriving here any time now. Hugo. Sounds like a plan to me. In fact, it sounds almost too good to be true. You're actually communicating and coordinating with others. It's like some kind of miracle. You're usually MO to do everything by yourself. What happens? Nothing in particular. I just know my own limitations, and this is not a field of magic I'm familiar with. Thus I defer to the expert. Alright, I guess I can buy that. We'll be right here. Let us know if you find anything that might work. Be careful, Hugo. Doesn't the face on the door look kind of familiar? Yes, it does. It looks like a lot of those undead creatures in the sand. Oh, yeah, that's totally it. Actually... What is it? Well, while we were headed here, I swear we saw some demons that looked exactly like this. Not just a little, but exactly. They had big, strong bodies and were just really nasty looking. I only saw them in passing since we were in a hurry to get here, but I definitely saw them. That doesn't sound at all familiar. Actually spawned demon, perhaps. What's that ring you've got? May I see it? The evil ring to Cadena. Well, it's definitely demonic in nature, but it's been drained of all its power. If you look closely at it, though, its design does seem to match the ones on the door. It's connected in some way. We could somehow bring this ring back up to its full potential. It might just be exactly what we're looking for. The question is, how do we restore its power? I knew this ring was going to be important. I'm just a little concerned that when we get this ring up to power, what Hugo will be able to do and what Hugo will do. Although he has quite changed a little bit, I don't know if it's still going to consume him. Let's save. Okay, let's see. Are those the creatures they were talking about? They seem really new, that's true. And they are super strong. Can we even beat them? What? How much damage can they take, actually? They only take 3 damage per shot. And 1 from the fire. They do... I actually do very little damage to them. Oh my god. That took forever. I actually need to heal up. And I have to fight multiple of these. Do you have to put the evil ring on? Maybe if I select the evil ring, I do more damage to them. No. Maybe if I unequip the divine blessing. No. Right. Yeah, they don't die if I don't have the silver chimes equipped. Can I look up the monsters? What's that? Stronger type of Charon, more malicious than its weaker cousin, can revive itself countless times after being defeated and utterly despises the thing. I thought maybe the monster manual would give me a tip on how to best deal with them. Maybe there's a secret to it that I'm not privy to yet. You know? Yeah, I have no idea how to best deal with them. God damn it. I actually have no idea how to deal with those. Doesn't seem possible at all. Like, those are easy to deal with, but the others aren't. And I can't upgrade my Eyes of Fact or anything. Really. And I need to take care of them all to progress, I think. Or anything. I think we scoured this entire area, so we have to defeat all of these. They basically have mini boss HP. Yeah? And we need to defeat all of them. And they do tremendous amounts of damage. I think the mines actually do somewhat decent damage to them. Yeah, okay, the mines do seem to do decent damage. So I think we might be able to beat them. If we just use the mines well enough. Deploy the mines! Please. God damn it. There's a certain rhythm to the patterns too that you can kind of get around to. You know? As you can see, you can kind of dance around them a little bit. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. Alright. Not give them even a slightest chance here. Oh god, 1 HP? Fuck! This is bullshit. This is so bullshit. I choked on the literal last one. Alright, let's get to this platform. Here I have a lot more control over it. They do 10 damage, these mines. They are good supplemental damage, I have to say. Alright, that was okay. Okay. I don't have a feeling I came very far in this stream, but I did. I did come very far in this stream. You know? They don't take very much damage, sadly. Alright. My god. This is super tough to get through. I swear. god. Let's bait them into this one, where we have a lot more control over the battlefield. Damn it. Ah. Don't choke on this now. The evil ring's power has been restored. Holy. That was tough. That was really tough. Let me save, please. But yeah, I'm super happy about the current streaming schedule too. Like, as I said, we have a real good variety of a lot of games. And whenever I'm not looking forward to one game, I can always switch to another, you know? Looks like the ring is back to full power now. But I must say that's a lot more power than I was expecting. I imagine it would drive any ordinary person insane to wear it, at best. Hard to believe Lady Fina is in there. That ring will probably drive anyone who wears it completely mad. We have to find some way of counteracting the curse. Alright. It's instant death, huh? Alright. But where would I even find, like, anything to counteract its curse? Alright. Maybe it's something I have to equip. The thing is, I don't have a I don't have a key to move on in the tower. You know? So I have actually no idea how to do this. Can I just call? Hugo spoke until alive. Hugo, what's your status? Hugo explains that he had restored the evil ring's power. So you now have a cursed ring in your possession, fully powered. Wait, did you have an artifact that could weaken the effects of harmful magic? Do I? I don't have that, actually. Did I miss something? I mean, the only thing that I could think of is the blue necklace. Oh, it is. But it didn't say that, but probably... It didn't say that immediately on the description. But I received it from Rico. I don't know if I should have gotten that from context clues, but like the last stream we did, like the first stream we did, where we got it is like 1 week away, 2 weeks away. So yeah. The door opened, the evil ring's power drained away. The two malicious forces had cancelled one another out. Worked. Nicely done, Hugo. Thanks, but I couldn't have done it without your expertise. Now come on, let's get inside. Lady Fina? Hugo, Cadena, Musha? A barrier? Damn. Lady Fina, are you injured? I'm alright, there's no need to worry. It's quite strong, but it's not harmful in any way. It seemed designed solely to keep me in one place. Well, thank goodness for small favors, I suppose. Yeah. In any event, I can't believe you actually made it all the way here. I don't know how I could ever properly thank you. Please direct your gratitude towards Hugo. His efforts are what made this meeting possible. That's so. And from the bottom of my heart, I give you my thanks, Hugo Fact. You've gone through so much on my account, even fighting your own brother. Words cannot express my regret. You had nothing to do with that. The fight was instigated by me, after all. And I only lost because I was weak, as I was the weaker man. Nothing more, nothing less. Hugo. While imprisoned in this room, I had a brief opportunity to speak with him. And I assure you, despite his actions and his appearance, he's still the man he's always been. I'm absolutely certain of it. In fact, he seems to be worried about you. He didn't say as much, but I could see clearly in his eyes. So please, won't you give... Just stop. This is a family issue. It doesn't involve you. And I thank you to keep your nose out of our business. Hugo. Now hold on, you can't talk to Lady Fina that way. No, he's right. It's not my place to lecture him. I'm sorry, Hugo. I didn't mean to upset you. That's quite alright, thank you. Lady Fina? Lady Fina, thank goodness you're safe. I've... Yunica, and the rest of you too. It's so good to see you. It took you guys long enough to get here, though. Our apologies, we met with fierce resistance. I hope you've been not waiting long, Lady Fina. Oh god. So now it's just a matter of breaking through this barrier. Right, but that's a lot easier said than done. There's some pretty intense magic at work here. Fortunately, it's an enchantment rather than a curse. So I'm pretty confident we'll be able to dispel it, given enough time. Excellent, we'll stand guard then, to ensure your safety until the task is complete. Hopefully we can secure Lady Fina's freedom with minimal delay. No, that won't be necessary. Pardon? Lady Fina? We never intended for any of you to get involved in this matter. Rhea and I were fully prepared to resolve it on our own. But you're here now, and as I'm presently indisposed, I see little choice but to seek your assistance. It pains me to speak of this, but will you hear me out? Of course, whatever you wish, my lady. Yeah, there's a lot we don't know about what's going on down here. I think I speak for all of us when I say that any information you can provide would be more than welcome. Thank you. As you know, for the last several years, East has been perpetually invaded and ransacked by demons. What you may not know, however, is the reason behind these attacks. Believe it or not, the Black Pearl and the Clerian metal are to blame. What? You can't be serious. So those Outlanders aren't the ones responsible for this mess? Well, they're involved now, certainly. They've exercised full control over the demons after all. But they're not responsible for the demons themselves, no. The dubious honor goes to the Black Pearl, which inadvertently awakened what we call the demonic essence. The demonic essence? It's hard to put into words. Think of it as a malicious will, the very essence of demonism itself. Basically the dark side of magic. And just as the Black Pearl spreads magical abilities far and wide, so too does it spread its malevolent energy. As it spreads, it distorts the earth, twisting and reshaping it until it takes on demonic form and comes to life. And the cleria in the ground serves to amplify this effect, exactly as it does with magic. Essentially, as long as there exist veins of cleria in the earth, the distortions will grow worse and worse. And more demons will spawn. Where have I heard that before? At least the whole metal, the whole cleria thing, seems very reminiscent of septium. Septium veins in the ground. Just saying. That's why we, along with the 6 priests, sealed it away in chambers cut off from the Black Pearl's influence. But now the demonic essence is at its strongest here, on the surface. As this tower's existence clearly illustrates, the Darklings have somehow learned to harness it for their own gain. And our goal is to seal it away, back into the Black Pearl from whence it came, for all eternity. Words fail me. I can see why you kept quiet about this for so long. We could very well be looking at a complete paradigm shift for all of Ease. Our entire way of life is at stake. That's correct. Sorcerer Dallas intends to obtain the Black Pearl and stimulate the demonic essence within, granting it physical form. Since Rhea has it now, we can be assured our enemy's attention is focused squarely on her. But if she should be captured, well, suffice to say, we mustn't allow that to happen. Please find Rhea and help keep the Black Pearl out of enemies' hands. We knights shall guard her with our life. You can count on us. I still have one question though, if I may. Certainly. The Black Pearl and the Cleria have sustained our people for quite some time. So I do understand why the two of you came here in secret. To some extent, anyway. But why were even the 6 priests kept unaware of your intentions? They are your trusted retainers, no? And they're just as concerned with preventing public unrest as you. So I'm certain they'd have kept your secret. Yet you obviously came here without consulting a single one of them. So either you're still hiding something from us, or you're just flat out lying. Bastard, do you still doubt the goddesses, even after everything we just heard? Hugo. We go again. No, Hugo's right. There's more to tell. But at present, it's little more than a theory on our part. Until I can be certain of its accuracy, I'd prefer not to speak of it. I hope you understand. Alright, I won't push the matter. And I apologize if my asking caused you any undue discomfort. But just to confirm, once you've reached a conclusion as to the accuracy of your theory, You will be more forthcoming about it, won't you? Have my word. Lady Fina. Alright, is everyone ready? We have a new mission, and it's our top priority. Should the Black Pearl fall into enemies' hands, the demonic essence will be unleashed and all will be lost. We must find Lady Rhea as quickly as we can and become her shield. Yes, sir. And so the Holy Knight's search for Lady Rhea continued, each night feeling a renewed sense of urgency. Meanwhile, Hugo once again set off on his own, leaving Cadena and Miusha to tend to the barrier around Lady Fina. Nobody apparently took the key here, so I don't know how you guys intend to get on with it. Hugo sure can be a pain in the ass, you know that. But I guess if you weren't, we'd think something was wrong with you. No need to worry about Lady Fina. We can dispel this barrier for sure. Just going to take some time. The most helpful thing you can do right now is keep scaling the tower. We'll be able to handle things here, I promise. Hugo. What is it now? Sorry, guys. Well, I just wanted to tell you, I think you were right to say what you said. And I don't think Lady Fina minded, but, spit it out already. What are you getting at? I'm worried about you. I know you want to be respected and looked up to, but you're always making a scene, always making people mad. And I know you're probably just really irritable because of your family and your brother and everything, but still, I'm pretty sure you aren't going to take me up on this, since you never have before. But I just want you to know that I'm... Will you just leave me the hell alone already? You'd stop stammering for 1 second and actually listen to what I have to say. Maybe you'd finally get it. You think I want to be respected and looked up to? You think I'm letting my brother's indiscretions or my position go to my head? Seems you must know me better than I know myself, because that's all news to me. I wasn't trying to. Look, I don't want to hear it. Just get out of my sight already, will you? I'll keep my own counsel, thank you. I'm sure as hell not going to take any advice from you. Hugo. I'm sorry. Damn it. Kono told me the exact same thing, and I actually bothered listening to her. What the hell is wrong with me? You really are an ass. Ardena. Pretty sure the whole tower heard you two just now. Not exactly your proudest moment, Hugo. Are you going to lecture me now? Of course not, that wouldn't do me any good at all. You probably just flip out on me. That's what you tend to do whenever anyone gets a little too close for comfort. And considering your reaction, I'd say Miusha hit the nail right on the head. Well, you just think about what you did while you're going off gallivanting around the tower, okay? Once you come to your senses, I suggest you apologize to the poor girl. I think even you must realize you did bad. Anyway, be careful out there. Don't let this end up being your last words to Miusha. I should go. Climbing this tower is just about the only good I can do right now, I think. God damn it, Hugo is interesting, to say the least. That was extremely harsh. And especially after I think he did quite a bit of character development. You know? Like, he had a bit of character development, but yeah. He is pretty harsh, I have to say. I mean, the thing is, that seems like a bug. Oh. That is not a bug. I actually need to equip the chime. And maybe I shouldn't equip the evil ring. Oh, the evil ring's gone. Okay. Okay, we're definitely at the middle section. It's actually cool. Rado's Annex, you can actually see it on the graphic there. That it's like the whole thing to the side of the tower. That's actually pretty cool, I would say. I became pretty good at dodging these enemies, by the way. In the meantime. We're going to probably play until the next goddess statue. If I can. And then... Oh, we have motherfucking dragons? Going to continue until the next goddess statue, and then we're going to switch off. Okay, let's go to the left first. All right. God damn it, Hugo. What are we going to do with you? You lovable dick. I still kind of like Hugo. That's the thing. Oh god. Even though he is the way he is, I still kind of like him. He's honestly also very much a loner. I mean, it makes sense. The way he acts. Motherfucking dragons. Yeah, we're not getting up there, I think. Nope. Ouch. Alright. What's in here? Alright. One good thing about the game is you can always, at any point, just teleport to the last goddess statue and not lose too much progress, you know, like we did last time. Fuck. Wow. Creeper medallion. You know what? I'm going to save because we got the creeper medallion. I'm just going to waltz right through here. Incredible. Alright, let's get to it then. Why can't I make this simple jump now? Alright. Where do we go? Let's go this way this time. Thanks for the little bit of health. Thank you. Clear your ore. I'll take it. There's no way I can get back to where I was. Get this. Elder Robe. A robe worn only by top tier level wizard with magic runes sewn into the fabric. I'll equip it. Okay, let's go up again, shall we? We can just run through most of things. I think that's pretty cool that you can also run through if you want to. You don't have to fight everything a million times. Oh, come on, please. Alright. Emeralds. Force shield power increased. Okay. Alright. Now we have to ride this one out. Oh, holy. Ouch. Holy fuck. I really don't want to lose this progress that we've been making so far. Okay, this just leads back. But I'm stuck at only 60 health, you know? This is just dumb. Oh my god, this is super dumb. Okay. I think we're going to finish here for today. I think that's as far as I'm willing to go today. So yeah, as I was saying, tomorrow we're playing Dragon Quest Builders. Alright, tomorrow Dragon Quest Builders. On Tuesday, we have a free day, so we're not going to play anything on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, we're going to resume with another game. Probably, it's either going to be Fire Emblem or more East Origin. I'll have to decide on that on Wednesday. But yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are all streaming days. And we're going to do a late night with Tri also. I'm going to set up Guild Wars 1 this week. Yeah, this week, I think on the 23rd. I don't know when that will be, but we're going to do a late night with Tri where I'm going to be streaming we're going to start at 9 PM and we're going to go until I almost fall asleep. And basically am done. And we're going to play Guild Wars, I think. You know, I think that was my idea back then, that late night with tries are going to happen, where I play a game until I almost fall asleep, and Guild Wars is the perfect game because it's an MMO, it's chill, we can just hang out and chill until, like, I'm done, basically, you know? So that's it for today. If you want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe, obviously. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you maybe tomorrow, you know? Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and Trilightning out.